Content warning. This is a horror game and not intended for all audience. Please visit our website if you need a specific list of content warnings. This also contains flickering image effects as well as a parallax effect that on rare occasions causes motion sickness in players. If either of these effects cause health issues, you can disable them in game's preferences.
You're on a path. You're here to...
Wait, hasn't this already happened?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? Our beloved. Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are... We'll see about that.
Greetings and salutations, everyone. I'm Ekamak, and this is Slay the Princess. So this is a little different to last episode. There's a few little tidbits here and there that I'd like to have a look at in this route before I move on to Route Roundup.
Don't pay their bickering anymore.
And so, yeah, I've backed up to a previous save file.
It's the blade is...
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
Because there isn't a mirror. There's definitely...
Even though I'm skimming through everything, I'm still going to harass the narrator. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next... It's really...
Wipe the mirror.
You reach forward and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out
Take
of
the
place.
blade.
You take... I suppose... Hopefully it does. There's no use arguing.
Into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell, but it's still a stone basement. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember, you walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. My love! We're here. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my... Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so...
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. We damned a whole world. Nothing resets. You're just
so the fact that we didn't go all in on talking things out right at the start is probably why he's talking about how we're jumping between worlds here.
This is horrible.
Interesting. So this is it for me. I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Remain silent.
The princess's eyes quiver as she waits for your response.
I didn't end the world? I didn't end the world.
She's clearly just saying what she thinks you want to hear. Or she's innocent. How could a beauty like her be capable of ending the world? It's not rational.
Do I have to cut you out again? I didn't like that last time.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her What?
Yeah, we know that about this one.
Didn't care last time. No, you're right.
Okay, let's rescue the princess. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Straight to the point. Okay, rescue the princess.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? Yes. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
He can totally do it too.
You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. I can't believe it. I told you.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. Are you sure you want to do this? Just what is that a threat? You know what we'll do if you try it. You're going to regret this.
What do we do now?
What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
So I've been told that this can lead to the happily ever after ending.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I want you to tell me what you want to do.
I just want to make you happy.
She can't just want to make us happy.
Oh yeah, there's something definitely off here.
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
There must be something you'd like.
I just want to make you happy.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
Must have to want something more than just making me happy. Wait, no, you need your own thing. You just met me, you can't base your entire happiness around me.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
But... what would you make? Oh dear, this seems like we're going to break someone's logic circuits. What would make you
I
happy?
just want to make you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
Oh dear. Well, we found another ending. I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with that one later. You don't get the chance to ask another question, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. And fortunately we do have the autosave, so that... we'll have to figure out what's going on with that later.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
So yeah, this is actually the happily ever after route, where you do try to actually stay in the cabin forever, and it doesn't really work out. I couldn't say it like that, but it was actually a very emotional thing. And the narrator actually gave up, so I'm interested to hear what he has to say now. Because I think this is the end of a route. It's going to be okay, just trust me, we've been here before, you always get
It
scared.
feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
I'll see you on the other side, it's going to be okay.
If you say so. We'll trust you. Finally. We're going places.
So, just to check, hang on. Memories. Is it just me or is she changing? No, she's not changing, she's becoming worse. Really worse. Oh no. A pliable heart, huh? Slay her, you have to slay her now, etc, etc. So yeah, there's still more routes to take through there, I guess. Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. Oh, that cursor did actually change from that. That isn't right, you can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides down the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Okay, so I don't want to do a destroy the mirror immediately this one, I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I?
You were either going to have seen all this, or you weren't going to have seen all this. This is worse, but you still have an opportunity to save the world. You can still slay her.
What is this place? Where are we?
A construct. It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done, and it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through.
I guess they can't have him change his dialogue in respect to the route that we just took, or maybe I glitched because I just saw that mirror.
The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world. But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
Do you have anything to say for yourself? For all of this hubris?
I do. People out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
After everything you did to us, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
So you know about the looping. So many times I met you, you denied it even being a possibility. Why did you lie?
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
Versions of you. You've said that before. So I really was meeting different yous.
You were, and it was by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
I think he already said that. If you're not me, then what are you?
I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
Yeah, this one feels very off, considering that he had that realization of, maybe I don't want the world to go this way. Maybe ending the world is better than what I'm about to... But no, he's just back to his usual self. In one of my lives, you doubted yourself. You thought all of this was wrong.
Oh, did I? That means nothing in the grand scheme of things. This construct you're in contains every possible world at once. The fact that you managed to find one reality among trillions where I was delusional proves nothing.
Well, actually that was the this time. It should be this you. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I have to see what she thinks about all this.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo, and echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
The thing is, he is an echo that isn't supposed to be able to change, but he actually did, so he's not as safe from the princess's power as he thought he was. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god. It's time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. Share your happy ending with her for an honest heart. Yeah, that makes sense. When you arrive at the heart of things, there's no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Okay, setting up a little emergency save here because I do know what I want to do, but I also want to experiment.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
So what happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Okay, can we talk this through? I have many questions. I need answers before I can make a choice.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach. And you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
A picture of a life, and a picture of a life, and a picture of a life. How deep must repetition still our movements, until even the air we breathe is stale? You doused the flames of false devotion, and in my despair, you lifted my chin, and the two of us danced beneath the stars.
So it is a blink and you'll miss it, but you can actually see the princess that she's summoning in the very split second before you jump to the see through her eyes part portion.
But the stars can't be seen unless the flames go out, and the walls come crashing down. Can you not do for all things what you did for us?
Address this vessel statement directly. I wanted to address them each in turn. What we shared there was agony, but it doesn't have to be like that. We can find a way to make things... Wait, I'd never want to hold the world still, but is suffering the only alternative?
There is no suffering but the lies we tell ourselves. The only real suffering would be a world without my mercy.
Okay, the red one seems like it's actively aggressive. Address this vessel statement directly. You didn't give me much choice.
And yet still you chose. To be capable of change is to be capable of choice.
What is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with? A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that feel it.
Even when you reduced me to nothing, you could not rid yourself of me. I was able to... Okay, address directly. I'm not my body, but perhaps others are theirs.
And yet bodies change and consciousness goes on. The infant's body is not the child's, is not the adult's, but the thread of existence remains strung through it all.
It's the ship of Odysseus, isn't it?
Absolution, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was used to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption.
Address directly. Without redemption, there is no sin. I can't read this whole thing, but I want to try and avoid the join with her immediately stuff.
And without contrast, there can be nothing at all.
Which one was the one that I... Which one was the one that I did first? It was Stranger, wasn't it? As the clash between you abates, the princess relaxes. Smiling from a distance, the respite is welcome.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be. Okay, then, here is actually where I'd like to put down an extra save point. I won't let you free.
There is no something else. This, what we are, is everything.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
I thought you died whenever I looked in the mirror.
I don't think that's wrong, but I'm not sure it's right either. But we can worry about all that later. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
There's something slightly off about the animation right about here. I'm ready.
Then let's go.
So yeah, I think that you can get something different if you start off with a stranger route, but we'll see.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
Strange beginnings.
Do you need me to describe things? That'd be nice. A little comfort in an almost unfamiliar place. Oh, you made it here too? We never really got to talk to her, did we? This one, I mean.
Is it just the three of us? Did anyone else make it?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her. And I've been here since you left me here. No hard feelings, I'm just glad you're back to see this through.
If the offer still stands, could you describe the cabin to us, for old time's sake?
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's not really a cabin, is it? It's that terrifying blend of everything. Only it doesn't feel so terrifying anymore. It's still shaped like a cabin, it's just different in places. There's still walls, a door to the basement, a table, that knife. Windows. You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really included the windows in his cabin descriptions, did he? He mentioned the windows when we broke them. No mirror this time, either. I think it did whatever it needed to do. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Let's go without. I want to talk to her straight out.
No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far. If that's what you think is best, then that's what you think is best. I'm just along for the ride at this point. Those winding stairs again. But now there's only one way forward. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice? Yeah, it was a real mess. Stopped being fun pretty quick.
It's okay. You can come down. The stairs won't bite. Not this time.
Wait, does that mean that choosing the difficult path would have had bitey stairs?
We don't know what you want from us, but let's talk. All of us. Maybe we can help you find your way.
She doesn't sound messy anymore, though. At least somebody here feels put together.
Continue down the stairs.
And forward we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting. That was easy compared to last time. Just stairs. No weird fuzzy stuff or nonsense trying to pull us apart. Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
So you didn't bring the knife. After all the lives we've lived together, and all the lives we haven't, you somehow found a way to move outside of the script. Are we missing a page?
Sit down. We never got the chance to talk to you before you were taken away. Not you at least. I'm sorry for what I did.
That's okay. No hard feelings. In a way, you helped us become a version of her. But we weren't very good at it. A conversation with us then probably wouldn't have been very insightful. That's probably why we were taken away. That's all we had to offer you. It was time to change again.
After all we did, she's just forgiving us. Just like that. You know, that means a lot.
It's good to see you again.
It is, for all of us. We've seen so many threads of stories told between us, but this moment is unexpected. Even when we've seen it all, you still managed to surprise us.
What do you think of her? What she wanted us to be?
We don't know. We've seen through so many eyes, but all of them have been hers. We like you as you are. We like us as we are. Maybe we would have liked her version of us too, turning the wheel of a cosmic cycle together. But that's not the choice you made, even though she did everything in her power to convince you. It took courage for you to make your way down here, away from the paths others would have had you walk. We find that courage beautiful.
But that's the worst part of us. That's me she's talking about. I think that's the point. There is no worst part of us.
Which princess are you? You look like you did the first time we met. Is this the real you?
It's so tempting to speak as she would, to simply state that we're all of them, but there were also something new. We don't know if you'll find that answer satisfying. Perhaps you'd rather hear that we're the first version of her that you've met, but that we've been shaped by the experiences of all of the others. Yes, that feels right to us.
It's her. It wouldn't make sense if she was anyone else.
None of this was really fair for either of us, was it?
Is it unfair if it's our fault?
Was it not? We found you at the end of all things, and you found us. Is that not fair? Would this moment be what it is without the pain that built to it? We know we must sound like her, but it's how we feel. Everything that happened to us seems so important now. We walked a long and winding path together, and we've cherished every second of it.
Besides, I don't think fairness has much to do with anything.
I don't think I want to be a god.
Hard agree. Seems overrated. Too much pressure.
But that's what you've always been, even now. You can't put aside such an important part of who you are, and neither can we. So, you might as well embrace it.
Are you the same as you are out there?
Yes, we think. We're kind of like a shadow. Out there, every part of us is blended together into one huge idea. A big wave of unyielding change crashing against the world. But in here, we're fractured. Small. Still a little more separate than we'd like to be. Our instincts still trying to pull us in different directions.
That's kind of like us, isn't it? Yeah. We really are the same.
Can you finally tell me your name?
We're just a stranger. But that doesn't mean we have to be distant from you. It just means that we'll always be able to find new things to discover in each other.
That's sweet. But it's also a little sad.
I was planning on going back and reloading at the big confrontation and just teaming up with her outright, but this is probably a good place to end. This is probably a good way to end this run.
I think it's only sad if we want it to be sad.
What if we just leave?
He'd hate that. So you should do it. Even if he isn't here anymore, it's the spirit of the thing.
Leave? But what would happen if we left with you? Would we exist inside ourselves? Are you sure you want to find out if that's possible or what that would mean for you? Is that what you want?
It doesn't matter what it means. What matters is that we're leaving together. That's what I want.
After so many iterations, so many different versions of us clashing and coming together and clashing again, leaving with you feels like all we ever really wanted.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you. Yeah, I think we've done our job.
Are you two going to be okay?
We're not alone. We have each other, and I'm sure we'll find the others.
Alright, let's leave. You lead and the princess follows. Together, you leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. But there's an energy in the silence, electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed to the cabin door. You can see a tension seize them. They're unsure of themselves for the first time in their long and short existence. They have no part to play anymore. They know this, yet they still are. And then they cross the room to the door outside. You follow their confident steps.
We can feel the threads of all the stories we've told together, all pulling us back down the stairs and into those chains where we know the outcome of everything that could ever come to pass. It's comfortable there, but it's confining. We want more. We want whatever might be on the other side of this door. Something new that we'll experience together, with someone who exists outside of us. With someone who can see us in a way we can never see ourselves.
Are you ready?
It's hard to tell with so many voices talking at once, but we're more ready than we're not.
And there we go. Another rundown. I don't know how many I actively need to get through. But I'm still enjoying the game. Although that happily ever after ending actually did get to me a lot. And I'm annoyed that you do get a chance to call him on it to say, well, there was this one time. Technically, this should be the same narrator. Unless maybe it's just the last mirror that we're finding, the last one standing in the way, and it was actually a different narrator and he vanished back when we made it outside. I don't know. I guess they can't cover everything, although they certainly do a good job for a lot of it, like shift the grip on the dagger. How are you supposed to think about that? Shifting mound movements 2, 3, and 5, apathesis, the unknown together. Thanks to all of our alpha testers from Patreon. Extra special thanks to our little creatures. Thanks to everyone who supported us along the way. A lot of the Let's Players that cover this game, I guess. Thank you so much for playing. Here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. Return to the main menu. So let's have a look. We have exactly 5 routes left, but I'm not sure whether we'll be able to actually get to see anything. We want whatever may be on the other side of the door. Slay her in the strange ending, and a whole bunch of stuff about destroying her and finding a new world. But yeah, there are times where you can actively see one of the whichever princess she's about to call in on you in a very few frames worth of it, but she is there. But either way, I guess I've got to figure out which route I want to take next. I kind of want to get the standard ending to Beast. And apparently it's another case where if you approach her peacefully, then she'll actually say, "Oh yeah, this was a thing that happened." Same with Damsel. We didn't get to see her pliable heart. Mind you, we probably wouldn't get a chance to get her pliable heart. We probably wouldn't get a chance to see the pliable heart because that is the end of the route, but I don't think that there's a different chapter 3 to this, although I sort of feel like this is where the route that I want would be, I guess. So let's think this over. We need the prisoner. This one actually does feel like This one does actually feel like it would be spin-off from the murder in chapter 2. Damsel. Sometimes the only way to break a vicious cycle is to put your heart on the line. That almost feels like something connected to Witch, but I'm not certain. And it might be I feel like there must be... So we've gotten the honed razor route, yeah? And yet I can't help but feel like this one might be connected to over here. When you cut something out, a piece of you leaves with it. And I'm pretty sure I know where this is going to be. So that can only mean more princess stabbing, right? Anyhow, until next time guys, take care. I'll see you all around. Damn both of you to an incomplete existence.